I'm glad that I finally am doing this and starting to make trade session recaps here on YouTube. Sometimes with face, sometimes without face. Today without face because I have heatless curls in my hair, and trust me, you don't want to see this. So, yeah, I'm trying to be consistent with this and do it every single session from now on. Please excuse if I'm not doing it every single day, but I'm giving my best. So, yeah, here we have today's session. Right at 9:30 we opened up, and after 9:30, as soon as we open up, the first thing I'm doing is going on to the regular trading hours and mark the opening range gap. So this is exactly what I did today, as I do every day. And the opening range gap is the gap where we closed the day before at 4:14 and opened up the session at 9:30. And yeah, this is where I mark it out, the close of 4:14. You can see the number up here. It is 24,858.25. Then we opened up at 9:30 at 24,763 even. And then I go back to electronic trading hours, and as soon as the first fair value gap that we formed after 9:30, I marked that out as well immediately as soon as we do that. And yeah, on the right hand side we have ES, and here we have Nasdaq on a 1 minute chart, and here we have Nasdaq on the 5 minute chart. So my charts always look like this. And then I have another screen where I always have the Nasdaq on a higher time frame, like on 30-minute or 1 hour. And yeah, basically we opened up today, traded to the midpoint of the opening range gap, but didn't close it. And then we dropped lower, took out sell side liquidity here. Then we had 10 p.m. red folder news, and from there we found support at the bottom of the opening range gap, also at the first presented fair value gap. And yeah, from there we spooled higher, taking out Asia session high. And now we also took out yesterday's high, which I told you in the Telegram group that we're very likely going to take out. So we did that right there. And yeah, the trade I took today, you can see it in my Telegram group, was exactly this trade up here and here, approximately here where was my stop loss. So the reasoning behind this trade, actually I saw opportunities before 10 a.m. as well, but I really wanted to wait for the news to come out, so I waited for that. And after that, it was clear to me that we're gonna go higher. First and foremost, I saw this SMT at the lows. So you see right here, we formed an SMT right here, where we formed lower lows on Nasdaq and formed higher lows on ES. You can see that right here. Oh, that's the wrong. You can see that right here. So that was a confirmation for me to take longs. Well, overall, I was going into the day with the intent to look for longs, but if the market would have showed me otherwise, I would have been open to take shorts as well, but I preferred to take longs, so that actually played out pretty well. And a big reason for that was that we opened up today's daily candle in the upper quarter, or in the upper half range of yesterday's daily candle. So I'm also always looking at that, what that looks like. I can show you here. When you go to the daily time frame, then you just take the candle of yesterday and take the high and the low, and then you can see, okay, where did we open up today? And we opened up today, in the upper half of yesterday's range. And since we also already took out the yesterday's low and the day before yesterday's low, that was also for me a thing when we open up in the upper half and we didn't take out the high yet, but we took out the lows from daily candles, is also a very good sign for me to look for longs. But there are multiple things I look for when I determine my bias and where we could potentially go. So that's one thing. But I really don't want to go too deep into the topics, because I'm going to leave that for the future, for separate YouTube videos to go more in depth in these topics. But also a big confirmation was for me that we formed my setup at the opening range gap, at the midpoint of the opening range gap, that we found support at the first presented fair value gap, and also that this first presented fair value gap was overlapping with a first presented fair value gap from another day. I always have 3 of them on my charts, as you can see. So this was from yesterday actually. So that was a good sign for me as well. And also what I wanted to see is that we catch up with that NASDAQ catches up to ES, because when you look at the 5-minute time frame, then you see we already took out this high right here on ES at 9:40, but at 9:40 we didn't take out this high on NASDAQ. So that also was for me a good confluence for NASDAQ to catch up. And what we see right here could be a potential SMT, but to be honest, I think we're going to go up to yesterday's high with ES as well, but who knows. But that's it for today's session recap, I guess. I hope you like them. I hope you find it insightful, and I'm going to keep doing that. And other than that, and also what we can see, we found support here at the new week opening gap a previous new week opening gap. Is it from this week? Oh yeah, this week's new week opening gap. So a lot of confluences here, to be honest. Also this new day opening gap, a previous new day opening gap. So much confluences to support today's trade. So yeah, a lot more to come on this YouTube channel. I hope you like it. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. I hope you had a good trading session today, and talk to you tomorrow.